Okay, we're back with my partner, Steve Klarich. It's been a amazingly interesting 32 minutes. And now we're going to talk about something extremely important about a law change that has to do with people that have been required to register for many, many, many years as a sex offender. And this is something that we've been helping people with because obviously being a registered sex offender all but destroys your life. So Steve, why don't you talk about this new law and how we've been helping people?
Okay. It used to be if you're convicted of certain sex crimes, and it could be anything. It could be indecent exposure. It could be multiple rapes. Everyone registers for the rest of their life. Their name goes on a website for the world to see. Well, the government felt, the state legislature felt that this is getting crazy, that not everyone should be registering for the rest of their life. So there's a new law, SB 384, and it goes into effect next week, July 1st.
You say SB 384?
SB 384
Okay.
is the law regarding sex offenders. Now, they're putting all these sex offenders into a tier system. It used to be everyone for life. Now, certain people have to register for 10 years based upon the nature of their conviction. Some 20 years. And yes, tier 3 will be life. Tier 1 is 10 years. Tier 2 is 20. Tier 3 is life. So, someone comes in my office. I was convicted in 2001 of child molestation, and I went to prison, and I was released, and I'm off parole now. I've been off parole. He'll likely be designated tier 2. Tier 2, that's a 20-year requirement. So you have to count out 20 years of registration. After that, you qualify to file an SB 384 when it's your birthday. So people that qualify now, July 1, I've done my 20 years. You wait till your birthday, because it starts on your birthday. I think because they didn't want 25,000 petitions filed in July, which they would get. It has to be when it's at your birthday. It's filed in the county where you live, and when it's granted, it would stop your obligation from registration and your name comes off the website. This is critical for sex offenders because these are one of the few crimes that never goes away. You can punch someone, you can shoot someone, go to prison, get released. You're not on a website. Nobody knows who you are, and you're not registering. Sex crime, you never pay your debt. Paul, I've had clients come in. I've been registering since 1981. 40 years they've been registering. They qualify. They're in. That person was tier 2. He qualifies. His birthday is not till August 8th. So I promised him on August 9th, we're filing that petition. So this is a big, big win for any sex offender who's paid their debt, who's been registering, like you say, Paul, virtually forever.
So this is really important. SB, the law that you just said,
384.
SB 384 can be the salvation for people that are been convicted of a sex offense. It could be 30, 40 years ago, and they're still registering, and they're still pariahs, and they're not a risk. And if you know someone like that, have them call our office because Steve is handling those cases, and we're anticipating having many, many of our clients being free of that obligation so they can go back to work and live in general society.